morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we've got more shiny Pokemon, new full art cards that we need to be talking about, which are going to be coming around in Shiny Star V. Every time I do a video on this channel, I just get more and more excited about how awesome this set looks. My hype level for this set is high, and I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it is only getting higher. We've had a bunch of new shiny cards revealed. We've had a couple of new full art supporters revealed, one of which is pretty much guaranteed to be very sought after, rather rare, and go for a fair amount of money. But we need to start off having a little bit of a look at shiny Boltund V. Now, Boltund V is a fun card. It is one which we see played in a whole bunch of lightning decks. It's got that attack that accelerates energy and the other attack that does more damage for each lightning energy on the field. Even decks that aren't built around Boltund tend to play one or two of them because it's a really efficient attacker, so yeah, good times. The other shiny one we've had revealed is Ditto V. This was, now it was revealed as a little bit of a montage, unfortunately, didn't quite get its own reveal, which is extremely sad, but hey ho, ladies and gentlemen, you can't win them all. Ditto V is one, I'm not a huge fan of Ditto in and of itself. It basically lets you swap it with a Pokemon V in your discard pile, but do remember that it evolves into Ditto V Max, and the Ditto V Max for a triple acceleration energy can copy any of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks. And that is, shall we say, quite a bit better. So, Ditto I'm not a huge fan of. Ditto V Max I am quite a big fan of. So, let's hope we get a shiny Ditto, shall we? That would be rather lovely. Now, the one that we were expecting, that we almost got a reveal of the other day, but it was one of those live streams like I told you, where if the guest won, the host would reveal a new shiny card. We all knew it was going to be Galarian Mr. Rime. We'd seen the silhouette or the blurry picture or whatever, but the host won, and we didn't get our Galarian Mr. Rime, and that is very sad. But we've got it now! Yay! Now, we were expecting this, of course. We've already seen shiny Poltergeist, and we've already seen shiny Dedenne. So, we knew this was coming, right? We knew that we were going to be having this. We haven't actually seen shiny Bunnelby yet. That has not been revealed, but I think it is extremely fair to suggest that we will be getting a shiny Bunnelby. Remember, of course, we are talking Mad Party here. Poltergeist has a Mad Party attack and the ability that lets you discard a Mad Party Pokemon to draw 2 cards. Dedenne is a Mad Party Pokemon. Galarian Mr. Rime is a Mad Party Pokemon, and Bunnelby is the only one left, so I think suffice to say we will be getting Bunnelby. Galarian Mr. Rime does actually have a really interesting ability that lets you switch one of your opponent's face-down prize cards with a top card of their deck. It was a weirdly fun specific counter to Jirachi Prism Star that you would use the Detective Pikachu Mr. Mime to put into your prizes face down so that you would actually then be able to draw it and then bench it and draw an extra prize. This would be a great counter to that. But that rotated, so now it's just got a weird ability. It's played because it's a stage 1 Pokemon with Mad Party, so you can discard it to do more damage with Mad Party, but you don't have to run the risk of starting with it, which is rather nice. Now, we are also getting ourselves a Swanna, and I like Swanna. Okay, I mean, in terms of Pokemon, I like Ducklet, right? Ducklet is amazing, and I love him. But in terms of cards, I do actually quite like this Swanna. This Swanna's really cool. It's one of these Pokemon that has got that Bird Keeper ability, although we don't actually call it Bird Keeper. We call it Sky Circus. And Swanna here has, sorry, I should say that is the ability whereby if you played a Bird Keeper this turn, you attack for free. And it does 140 damage as long as you discard a card from your hand. But you're then talking 140 damage for 0 energy. Shall we say that's pretty gosh darn good. That does, of course, open up the question as to whether we're going to be getting the other Sky Circus Pokemon. And for what it's worth, I think we will. We know we're getting 127 shiny Pokemon, and we know that Pokemon do like to give us, well, like we've just seen, the whole Mad Party line. Now, there are only 2 others of these. We've got the Starly, which has got the ability and then lets you search for 2 cards and put them into your hand. And Rowlet has got the ability and does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, which I like very much, incidentally, for 0 energy. Although, to be fair, basic Pokemon searching for any 2 cards, if you go second, use a Bird Keeper and then get Starly rolling, that is a really nice turn 1 attack that I would not be terribly upset about. I cannot tell you that we will be getting this, and both of them as shiny Pokemon, but I'm telling you that if you're asking for my prediction, I'm predicting that it will happen. Now, we are getting Barraskewda here, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit sad about this, because I have made no secret of the fact that I am a huge fan of the Barraskewda from Vivid Voltage. I love it. Single energy, add 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each damage counter on them. You basically just treble the damage on them. But that's not this Barraskewda. It's the one from Rebel Clash, the first one we ever got. Now, I've seen people try and use this. Single energy, 130, if you discard 2 water energy cards from your hand. It's not an out-and-out terrible garbage card. I've seen people play it. But it's the wrong Barraskewda. If this was a good Barraskewda, I'd love to get shiny versions of it. But it's not. It's the wrong one. And that makes me a little bit sad. Now, the last Pokemon that's been revealed here is Galarian Berserker. And the good news is this is not the wrong Galarian Berserker. This is very much the right Galarian Berserker. It's got that ability that says that all of your metal Pokemon's attacks do an extra 20 damage, just to your opponent's active Pokemon. It's a really cool one. Of course, we then have the question of, will we be getting the Galarian Meowth that allows you to, basically just discard 2 cards from your hand and then search for Galarian Berserker? I really hope we do, because otherwise we'll have to use a regular version of Meowth while using the shiny version of Berserker. I would much rather have the shiny version of both, if it's all the same. This does see a little bit of play here and there. I mean, the number one reason to use it is because if you're playing Zacian V, you may well be using Arceus and Alga and Palkia, which means your attacks do an extra 30 damage, and then you take an extra prize. Which means that your Brave Blade will now be doing 250. With this, you go up to 270, you use a Galarian Zigzagoon, that is 280, which is a one-hit KO on Arceus and Dialga and Palkia. It's a bit of effort, but the combination of Galarian Zigzagoon, ADP, which you probably are playing anyway and try to use as soon as possible to be fair, but using Galarian Zigzagoon and Berserker will get you a one-hit KO on an opposing ADP, which is great in a mirror match. Now, I did show you Rose the other day, but the picture I showed you was extremely blurry, to the point where you couldn't really make out the art very well at all. We have, not to be fair, still not a great picture, but we at least have a better picture now, so I can at least show you a better picture of this Rose. Hey, look, he's proper casual. It looks like he's in boxer shorts. I don't think he is, but it looks like he is. Shout out to the lovely Primal Lugia for straightening the image up and cleaning it up a bit and making it look a bit better. But yeah, it's a better picture of Rose. And we know Rose is quite cool. You've got to discard your entire hand, but you do get to attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon V Max. It's kind of worth it. Plus, you can use Rose Tower to then draw 3 cards, or Silvali's ability to then draw 5 cards if you got it on the board. So there are ways around it. It's a cool card. It's not seeing a huge amount of play, but it is seeing a little bit of play as a one-of in VMAX decks. I do love quite how different Rose looks in the pair of them. We've gone from suit and tie with waistcoat and everything to baseball cap, potential boxer shorts, and just some random fitness zip-up hoodie thing without a hood. I like it. It's kind of a cool card. But the one people are going to be going nuts for is Skyla. Everybody loves Skyla. As a card, it's kind of meh. It used to see a lot of play back in the black and white era when Skyla debuted. Not the case now, unfortunately. It really doesn't see much play at all. It's a cool card. It just lets you search for a trainer card and put it into your hand. It's kind of nice for getting what you want, but since the reprint came down, you know, I mean, we got the reprint in Rebel Clash, which was a little surprising. Since that happened, we've really not seen much play for Skyla at all. But people love Skyla. People go a little bit silly for the full art Skylas, so I think it's fair to say this full art card is going to be extremely popular. Of course, we've had 2 full art Skylas in the past. We got the first one in Boundaries Crossed, which was, of course, the set in which Skyla actually made her debut. And then we got a second full art in Breakpoint, shall we say, for obvious reasons. This is the more popular of the 2. I think we'll just leave it at that. And now we've got a third one. Is it going to be as popular as the one from Boundaries Crossed? I think that's probably a fair shout. Is it going to be as popular as the one from Breakpoint? Probably not, if I'm honest with you. But Skyla's one of those characters, not unlike Marnie, that is just a popular character. So it is very fair to say that we should probably expect Skyla to be one of the sought-after cards from the set, to put it fairly euphemistically. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the new cards from Shiny Star V that we need to know about. As we go through over the next few days up to the release, I will probably be sharing a couple more of these videos. I want to keep you up to date. That seems fair, so I'm gonna. But for now, I want to know what you think about these new shiny Pokemon and these new full art supporters. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.